Hey, good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Once again, apologies for posting last week. We were having the party as I announced it previously. Yeah, I'm back today. We have been at work a little bit, not on the REPU specifically. We were mostly cleaning up. I'll show you the garage just in a minute. And yeah, we were looking for the companion flange for the differential, which would go onto the drive. No, what is it called? I forgot the name. Like the thingy that accelerates the rear, that transfers the power to the rear wheels. Yeah, so I'll give you a quick update here. Since Yolo asked me about how the Toyota looks like, the HiAce looks like, I thought I'll give you a quick look. So here it is. Here on the side, it's a bit difficult to see. No, it should be okay. So yeah, it's like the base coat was this beige, brown, whatever color that is. He then added in gray these mountains. You can see they go all the way on the side. And then here on the bottom, he used black to have this silhouette of some animals, like here, the reindeer, some trees. Basically, that's going along the whole side up to the front door. There's a lot of garbage here. So here to the front as well. Now on the front, it looks all right now. This was red in here previously, so he corrected that already. In the front there's nothing right now. And then if you look at the side, it's the same thing again. Like on the bottom, the silhouette. And here on the back, it's basically him. Not really, but it's a silhouette of a guy in the air. That's what he will use this vehicle mostly for. So he can go to the Alps, he can fly around, and basically then stay overnight, so he doesn't have to leave earlier, or yeah, he can just stay there and relax. Now in the inside, he now put this wood as a floor that's in here. He put some isolation underneath, so the temperature should be staying inside quite well. And here on the side, that was also all covered up in some isolation. And now this is going to be the final trim. So he has this bright beige-ish, whatever the color again. Now he has that as the main color. And on the bottom, like up to somewhere around here, he will have a darker carpet. Oh, I don't see it anywhere. He has it somewhere. Don't know where. Yeah, and then on the front, I'll maybe go to the side. A little bit easier. Basically, over here, he will have a bank where 3 people can sit. But he can move it up, so he can hang it in up here, or if he doesn't need it, he can just fold it up and it's out of the way. Because he will have a mattress in here where he can sleep on. And then also the solar panels, which you'll use for heating. That's already in here. It basically will just put it on the roof whenever he needs it and then take it in again. And yeah, then there's some wood missing here on this gray or blank areas where no carpet is visible, these two. There's still going to be some wood. I think these are the plates here. And yeah, then it's soon completion time for him. He's really looking forward to use this vehicle to go into the mountains and stay overnight over there. He's really, really looking forward to it. Now, if you move over here, I'm just leaving the workshop next to the commercial one. So it's going to be our dinner, this barbecue smoker. Yeah, good job. So, if we move in here, let me just turn down the volume a little bit. Not so loud for the moment. Right, so the frame is outside, it's chilling out there. And for the moment, my friend has his FD up here. He's gonna have a race in February with a colleague of us against a 300 horsepower Civic on a narrow, small racetrack. So he just wants to do a couple things to it, like mount up the diffuser. I think he's gonna change some bushings, and his battery's dead. That's this chirping noise that you hear in the back. This guy over here. Nice chirping. Yeah, so the battery is faulty. It's a very expensive light blocks. It's the second one he already destroyed. So the first one burnt down in the car. He was lucky that nothing else was damaged. And now this one it doesn't have the power to start the car, but it's chirping like that since like 6 months, that battery low or whatever. So he's waiting for it to get exchanged actually. Yeah, so that's the FD. He's gonna do some work on this one. That's why we moved the frame out. And from the REPU, we currently have the axle in here. Now, we moved in the left side, or the driver's side. This one, it has the right distance. What is it called? The end play, I think. This side is all good, but on the other, we're getting too much. We should be between 0.002 and 0.006 inches. And we are at like 0.033, so we need a shim of around about 0.025 inches, which we don't have. I have all those were like the originals on here. So we don't have the right size, and we need to find that first. On the cabin itself, we moved a bit forward. It will get a frame underneath, just so we are able to push it around. So we can use the space. And basically the next steps on here, my colleague already started, is to remove all these tar stuff in here, get rid of all of this, prepare it so we can go and blast it. Probably some plastic blasting or dry ice or something like that. And yeah, then basically we will start commencing work on this guy. Yeah, update on the delivery. So the control arms, the lower ones, were supposed to be delivered on Thursday by FedEx. They didn't deliver it on Thursday. I was hoping on Friday, but even on Friday they did not. It was actually until 8 o'clock in the evening. It was stating that it will be delivered by 6 o'clock or 6 p.m. Obviously it did not, because they were still in France at 6 p.m. So they should get delivered on Monday. So we can hopefully put the front end together, so we can put them on the front wheels. Because the front wheels, it's already good, we can move it around. The rear is quite light. But again, once we have the shim, that's now the missing piece for the rear. Once that's in, we can straighten out these thingies and then mount the rear brakes, and then the wheels can go back on, so we can move it around. Yeah, I would say that's it for the moment. I'll probably continue a little bit here on the cabin, and yeah, let's see where we're going. All right, so I'm gonna prime this guy in a red color. The red, it seems to be really, really good in terms of anti-rust and all that stuff. I'm just gonna cover like the openings and the power terminals, just to make sure it will still work afterwards. Alrighty, okay, I think it really looks more orange, but yeah, it's kind of orange as well. Yeah, so I cover now everything up visible from this side, all around. You can see where there are some spots, like damages and stuff, but it should be okay. Yeah, so it's all around. Now I'm gonna let it dry for a bit, and probably still tonight, I hope so at least, when it's a little bit dry, I'll try to flip it over and do the other side as well. And then it's basically ready to get raptored, but we first want to see what other parts we need to raptor, because the tank is not enough for one bottle of raptor. So we need to collect some parts as well in order to get it raptored. But it will be black afterwards, so, and it will be robust. As I had the Brunox stuff on it, which is rust converter with a primer. This is now a primer, and then again, raptor on top. So this thing should last for quite a while. All right. I'll head over to the garage again. I need to see what else I can do tonight. But it's soon dinner time anyway, so we have a nice piece of meat. Actually, let me show you. It's actually a good idea. Our barbecue smoker in action. So over there, you can see our barbecue smoker. It's self-made. It's out of an old boiler. You can see it's at the 150 degrees now. And now if we open, ooh, look at that nice piece of meat. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. And the taste. Oh, unfortunately you can't smell it. It's so nice. All right, so see you later, guys. So guys, that's what a good traditional dinner at Burgi's looks like. Some really nice chunk of meat, nicely smoked. You saw the smoker just before. Nice color. And look at that smiling face. That means it must be good. So, good evening everyone. Sunday evening at 7:30. We just removed the clutch from my colleague's FD. Just helped him a little bit. On the REPU, as you can see, the dashboard is almost out. We have one screw, which is like up here, like in the corner, and we have no chance of getting into it from underneath it. So yeah, we'll leave it to the side until we remove the glass, which will basically happen next weekend. And the same for the rear glass. We removed all the bolts already, as you can see. Also on the lining up here, we removed all the bolts all around it. So it should all be ready to come out. It's definitely going to be the next step. And then, yeah, basically I need to remove the pedals. Here the heater unit. And there are a couple of bolts that are like screwed, where the head is not usable anymore. So I need to drill them out, but I don't have any motivation today to do that anymore. So it will happen next weekend. And yeah, until then, this guy will stay here. I'll be running some errands tomorrow, so I should get the lower control arm, meaning the front axle can go together again. For the rear, I need to organize an additional shim, which turns out to be not so easy. At least no one I knew has any of these shims, those particular ones. So I'll try my bet tomorrow on a shop in Derendinger. They also did overhaul my brakes. Oh, actually I can show you the brakes quickly. So welcome to the area up here. This has turned into a parts space. Let's see, like my colleagues from Bumper is over here. There's a couple of parts for his newly bought Evo that he's going to work on after the FD. And basically here, quite heavy, we have the overhauled brakes. So here we have the old brake cylinders, brake cylinders. Just gave them with it so we can have a look. And these are the overhauled brake calipers. So honestly they look like new. Like they're all nice and shiny. They really did a nice job. They're new. They're literally brand new. So they really did a really good job on these. One goes over here. Hang on. There we go. Even with some new bolts. So really pleased. They were quite expensive. So getting some overhauled ones from the US, they were like $60 if they were on stock, but they're not. I had a look at for like a couple months now, and sometimes the right one was available but not the left one, and just getting one overhauled and the other one not was, I don't know, like didn't feel right. So I basically just brought both of them to Dinger to have them overhauled. And again, it was not the cheapest, but I have my confidence that those will last from the quality perspective. So yeah, I think they're fine. They're gonna work out as they are. And that basically completes our front, except for the lower control arms. Again, I should get them tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm around. And yeah. Alright, so back to the initial clip. And yeah, so they are specialized in adjusting axles and stuff. So they should be able to help me out on this. Otherwise, I need to find someone to yeah, to create them, to cut them out of a piece of metal or something. So yeah, I'll have a look at that. Yeah, so that's going to be it for this week. As I said, next week plan is to get definitely the front axle together, because we should have everything we need, and ideally also the rear, because then we can just move the frame around and it's not going to be in anyone's way anymore, as my colleague is working on his FD. And yeah, so I would say everyone have a good week, and see you again next weekend. Take care everyone, bye bye.